So Talofa Lava, I'm Laila Tufue. I'm a probation officer with the Department of Corrections. So the facilitator, I think a lot of people tend to get it mixed up with teaching. A facilitator is pretty much the one that guides the program through. So you've got the content already there, but it's mainly getting your participants to get involved with the program. There's lots of activities that are embedded within the program to open up that talanoa, and it's guiding that talanoa to be able to unearth and find those light bulb moments, those awakening moments with each participant. So it's a guidance. That's pretty much what a facilitator is. So the program itself, the beginning of it is the fala. So there's no chairs. There's absolutely, so everyone is on the floor, just in a Pasifika setting. It's just like you would in a traditional Pasifika setting. So we're all on the floor, and pretty much what we try and unearth there is just to guide myself as well as the participants that the journey that we're about to go through in this program is talking about ourselves and sharing our journey with everyone in the room. We're all on the same level on the floor, and this is a safe space for us to tell talanoa on the fala. So that's the beginning of the program. From there we take that content and go back into the history of Pasifika, not just ethnic specific to Samoa or specific to Tonga. We get everyone to discuss what their understanding is. We get introduce a little bit theoretical migration theories, and then we get to talanoa about their own migration theories, what that looked like for them coming to New Zealand, or what that looked like for their parents, grandparents, etc. And from there we continue that journey and the learnings from traditional to what it looks like modern day, and what it looks like for them now and their own children. What would it look like, and what they think, what benefits that they have gained from their own traditional upbringing, and how they can incorporate that now and then in the modern setting that we have now. Every program, and I always come away from every program that I facilitated, is sort of dawned new learnings for me as well. It's a journey that I've discovered that it also teaches me as well, with the journey that our Pasifika men are on. There's two programs, the men's program and the women's program, and I've been very blessed to be able to be part of both of those facilitations. With the men, it's a lot of what I've found is the struggle of being the male role model. What does that look like Pasifika? And now that we're here in New Zealand, we've got to adapt from being the leader, the chief in command, to now sharing those responsibilities with your partner. What does that look like? But maintaining that integrity of being provider, protector. What that looked like traditionally looks a little different from what it looks like now. And a lot of the stories that the men have shared are really humbling experiences from what they've gone through, and it's made me get a deeper understanding and much more, I guess, respect for the Pasifika men that we have in our community and the challenges that they face. So. With the women's program, a lot of what women have sort of discussed and sort of released, I guess, in the program is the pressures that they face to still contribute, still be able to play the female role, the mother, not only to their children, but also still being the daughter to the parents, because you're never really not a daughter, you're a daughter even though you've got your own children, etc. So playing those different roles and being able to give of yourself in each of those with integrity. So a lot of the things that I found that women have sort of unearthed is, again, knowing the pressures that their partners or Pasifika male are facing, and how do they find the balance in supporting and also giving them space to be able to lead with integrity instead of overpowering and trying to lead themselves. So finding that balance to work in partnership. The most rewarding thing for me that I have found on this program is that every program that I've run is a very privileged space for me to be in. and hearing everyone's journeys, I've also been able to come away with something new, that I've been able to look at a different perspective, a different view, especially as a mother raising sons in this new environment. I've been able to probably take a little bit more of a stance back and have a new look at how do I engage better with male Pasifika. How is it better that I can listen and hear for those frustrations when they're talking about them, and the pressures, what does that look like? Reframing my questions a little bit to be able for them to understand. So getting on a better communication level, I think, has helped me in this facilitation program. I can only go back to what I found has grounded me as a Samoan woman is o le ala, o le pule, o le tautua. When you find yourself in a humble space to serve and give back, you're preparing yourself for leadership. So that destructive path that you think you're on, take a look at what it's teaching you. Take a look at what the lessons are about for yourself, not for everyone else. So it's looking within. Look within first, and then when you've found some healing within yourself and found a pathway to identify all those things that you're finding are destructive for yourself, you'll be able to give back to others. And that's where the blessings come. Talofa lava o lo wingoa o Laila a lam Tufue. O lo tama o lungia vaele pule mangafa a lam. E sau maile nu o vainganga vaiusu o faleha lili a sa talo. Ia au lo tina o loa vaele a lam e sau maile fango alii. Taina ne foi ia le tongo ia pia. Malo lava soifua malo le langia mama. This is a snapshot or just an introduction of the Pacific Identity Program.